It has been said that the Church is like a family, which grows in history from generation to generation and from one people to another. Others say that the Church is a place of cure for the spiritual diseases of the modern soul. But more than this, we believe that the Church is a place where the hearts of people change, to love and to join in a small taste of God's mercy. For the Parish of St. George, this is why we are here today, and this is what gives us hope for our future. The community and Parish of St. George traces its roots back to the 1950s, when a small group of Russian immigrants gathered together under the spiritual direction of Father John Sobolevsky. The small flock met in an upper room at Grace Episcopal Church on Reading Road. Over the years, time and people moved on. By 1984, the church learned that it could no longer remain in this small space. The spiritual needs of the people would have to wait. Some of the faithful moved away, and St. George held what many thought would be its last service. A few years later, a handful of parishioners, mostly American-born converts to Orthodoxy, began to build St. George once again. By 1998, this small group raised enough money to purchase a building in Blue Ash. The dedicated few worked long evenings and weekends, slowly transforming this house church into a spiritual home. Little did they know that things were about to change dramatically.
I was baptized here. My Christian life started here as an Orthodox Christian, and this is like a home for me. And I cannot live without it because it's a place where my soul is getting the energy, the strength and the power to live my everyday.
The small parish of St. George grew family by family, face by face. Soon it was clear they could no longer serve the needs of this community in such a small building. They needed a new church for the many who seek solace, beauty, and tranquility within its walls.
To me, the church building itself reminds me of a Fabergé egg, where it's sort of a little plain on the outside, a little decoration, but then you walk in and you have the beauty of, think of the beauty of holiness is expressed in the icons, in the smiles of the people, the laughter of the children. It's all part of our lives.
When your soul is with God, you find a tranquility that fills your life. Whether at work or on the street or at the store, people feel your peace, your kindness, your mercy, things that come from God. People of other faiths, even if they are not Christian, they sense this. They feel your warmth and love. They see in your face, in your countenance, your mercy, that it is from the Lord. When you stand in the church, you feel that your heart changes. There are certain times in life, instead of being angry or anguish, but something stops this because you feel that you are not alone, that God is in your soul.
We have, everything's kind of like smashed in there, and everyone's kind of in there just like elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder. And when we have our luncheon, that entire small little dining area packed to the rim, it's hard to move from the church to the door, and you have everything, all the cooking supplies are just cramped in there.
The parish set out on a mission to build a new church and Russian American Cultural Center. In 2008, they purchased a plot of land in Loveland, 2 acres, for which they received zoning approval to begin building. When the final drawings were completed, however, they faced a new obstacle. When they began the process, loans were easily obtained, but with the recent housing crisis, the process of securing a loan was much more difficult. While there still is work to be done, we feel that the energy of our parish and the blessings of God and the generosity of others have brought us within reach. We look forward to a bright future when we have a new church home. We look forward to the prayers, to the celebrations, to the spiritual renewal. But most of all, we look forward to future generations, our sons, daughters, and grandchildren, who with the blessings of God will come to know the grace within this small church.
And we have a lot of new people, we have a lot of young people who was raised in the Soviet Union, who has absolutely no roots, who has no spiritual life. And we have to show them that there is God, that God is going to take care of them. And the Russian church will be the perfect place for them to come because it feels like a Russian and theirs. And they're willing to come, they come, and there is so small space, they don't feel comfortable. We need this Russian church to help those young people to have a life and spirit and to be Christian.
Some will become singers, some will become priests, some will become mothers with children of their own. By God's grace, all of them will come to know what it means to live their life surrounded by a community of faith and beauty and kindness, always giving back to those who came before by keeping this tradition alive.